What's going on, great friends? Welcome back on a Saturday evening for another 2-hour episode of the J and Trey Podcast. You guys are coming live, watching us live inside the StreamYard studio with simple clicks of a button. Easily create podcasts, YouTube videos, and more through StreamYard. Check out StreamYard.com for more information. All right, I got 2 hours ready for you guys. It's going to be an impactful show, but we got to do what we got to do first, and just bear with us here. Like to go ahead and give a shout out to Place It. Create all your mock-ups, logos, and videos through Place It. TNC Sports Talk is proud to be using Placeit for all the logos and the promotional videos. Placeit by Envato. Head on over to placeit.net for more information. Also, like to give a quick shout out to Canva, our platform that we use to create and make our commercial breaks through. So, canva.com. Check them out as well. I'd like to give a shout out to Epidemic Sound. Discover your world-class artists, composers, and bands. Find your perfect soundtrack and give your social media accounts the music they deserve. Head on over to epidemicsound.com and start checking them out. Great way to license your music. Don't have to deal with any copyrights or whatnot. Last but not least, I'd like to give a shout out to Stream Elements, because with one click of a button, you can easily start selling and creating your own merchandise through Stream Elements. It's that simple, you guys. You go in there, you create an account. It's absolutely free. You start uploading your logos to their what they have to offer: t-shirts, jackets, hoodies, so and so, and then hit publish. They'll create the domain, you send the customer to there, they'll buy it, they'll make it to order, and then you get the profit out of it. I've been talking lately, I've been reaching out to like Armchair Booking, who has T Public. I've been talking to both of my teammates, Jake and Trey, about possibly trying to move to like a T Public. They have 1,000 more ideas. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out the best one to go through. So it may be changing here in a couple weeks or so. So all right. Hey, we got 2 more nights with you guys. We got 2 hours tonight. We got a impactful show. We night one of the divisional series going on. We'll talk about that game: Cincinnati Bengals, Tennessee Titans, and the San Francisco 49ers with the Green Bay Packers. We also got some. I know this has been tweeting out a lot, so we'll break this down. We have Bully Ray making comments on Jon Moxley's return. I think for Trey and for Jake, this is the first time they're going to get a wince over this, so I kind of want them to get their organic opinion. And then we have also coming up here in about 30 minutes, we have NWF's own Star, who's been taking a 3-month leave of absence after his loss against King Titan a couple weeks ago. Juice will be joining us to fill in and see how he's doing throughout his time off. So, hey, grab that popcorn, grab your drinks, get a nice cozy spot on the couch or wherever you guys are watching us from, because the J and Trey podcast starts next. What's going on, great friends? Welcome into the StreamYard studio. Welcome to another episode of the J and Trey podcast. I'm Justin. I got joining along with me Jake and Trey here in the studio. I'll bring them on here in a second. It is January 22nd. 2022. Busy weekend for all of us. I know Drake's doing a lot of his broadcasting on his other end. He's joining our show. I know Trey's, getting excited, getting pumped up because the Bengals just beat the Tennessee Titans, and now they're making it first time in 31 years, you guys, making it to the AFC championships. Very exciting, very impressive. And a lot more. I had a very, very interesting weekend so far. I went to go see Sing 2, the not Disney movie, but the animated children's movie, Sing 2. And I really enjoyed the first movie. Took my daughters out to the movie theaters earlier today. Got a chance to go see the movie. Got, kind of spoiled them a little bit: the popcorn, the candy, the slushies, and all that stuff. And it was a really good movie. If you got kids out there, you guys are looking to get, do something, go watch something, I would highly recommend Sing 2. And then, I don't normally go to the movie theaters. They kind of cost a lot of money. But in the last couple months, I've been to like Venom and then the new Spider-Man movie. And then there's another animated Spider-Man movie coming up at the end of the year. So they kind of give you, I'm going to try to make it out a few more times this year, see what's coming up and everything going out there. So it's been an exciting weekend here. I'm always excited to come on this show, get a chance to talk some sports with the guys down here. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, we thank you, welcome you guys in, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Don't forget, we love the interaction. Hit those comments, get those questions coming up, answer these questions I present to the team. We got Juice coming on here at 10:30 in about 25 minutes. And you know what? Come on in, ask the questions, and hey, we'll be share some of your questions to Juice later on tonight. If you guys can't watch us on YouTube, that is A-OK. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. That is perfectly fine. No reason why you guys miss a single episode of the J and Trey podcast. You can also reach us out and follow us on social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All right. All you guys can follow us on those social media apps and tune in to us. To get the latest news and all that stuff. Last but not least, I'd like to kind of wish you guys out. If you guys love enjoy watching our show, you guys want to wear our merchandise around, you guys can go ahead and reach out to merch.streamelements.com/JJ talk show. That is merch.streamelements.com/JJ talk show. All right. Listen, we got everything going on here. Got all that introductions out of the way. That is all said and done. We can move on now. And without a doubt, probably one. I don't know if a lot of people underestimated the upcoming game or the previous game with the Bengals and the Titans. But man, what a performance. And I'll tell you this, I voted for the Titans because that was the safe bet. But I did tell you this back on Friday that I was going to root for the Bengals, and the Bengals was the one who pulled it off. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, wasn't the cleanest win. Okay, they have a lot more work to do, and it's probably even more terrifying the fact that you're going to have to either face the Bills or the Chiefs on the road in cold weather and all that stuff. But I want to congratulate Trey, the champ, not the man, the champ, for another victory. Trey, hey, congratulations, man. How do you feel first and foremost?
Um, it was a tough game. I could finally breathe. I was kind of like it was a nail biter. Joe Burrow got beat up and made me nervous, and I'm just glad that we pulled it off. On to the next one.
Yeah, interesting fact, he stands alone right now as the only quarterback that gets sacked the most and win. He was previously tied with Donovan McNabb. I got a chance to come in, watch the second half of the game. Got home from taking my girls out to watch Sing 2, great movie. Went out to get a bite to eat, come home, tuned on the game as soon as I got home. And I was talking to Armchair Booking, by the way. And if you guys want to check out Armchair Booking, check them out at on YouTube at Armchair Booking. They do weekly podcasts. But I was texting Steve throughout the show, throughout the game, and he was like, man, those offensive lines decided not to show up for the Bengals. I mean, Burrow got his butt kicked.
He definitely did. At one point, I even thought he was injured, but apparently he's not. And I know he's definitely beat up, and he said he's going to be hurting tomorrow. But he's confident on the next game and on to the next one.
Yeah, you point out that interesting fact. It is January. They just got done enduring 18 weeks of the NFL season. They come in now. It's cold weather. Obviously, players play differently in cold weather. They're more prone to get injured. I mean, we're looking at this Niners game, which, by the way, just a quick score update. We're in the midst of the third quarter. It is 7-3 Green Bay, and there seems, hey, it's like what? 0 degrees out there, snowing, not as heavy, but you're still feeling the cold and the weather. And I think that was one of the concerns for the 49ers is how is that going to impact Jimmy Garoppolo and his thumb and and his shoulder injuries. But we'll keep you guys updated as the game goes along here. But very impressive win by the Bengals tonight. If you guys are Cincinnati fans, you guys are you think about it, coming into this game, if you would have lost today, you still would have held your heads up high because you won your first game last week after 31 weeks, right? So even if you did lose, there was still something positive to look out for. And then for Tennessee, if you lost your game with Derrick Henry back, I think it's a little bit more salty, but
Mm-hmm.
very impressive win for you. But hey, we got a big show coming up for you tonight. We got Juice coming up in about 30 minutes. We are welcoming everyone in here to who wants to chat on in. I see Courtney down here. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for leaving us a comment. Uh, every Bengals, go Bengals, and hopefully that was one big upset. I felt comfortable, and I want to get your thoughts. I felt comfortable voting against the Bengals and rooting for them. If that, you know what I'm saying?
See, going back to one of the weeks, I actually voted against the Bengals,
Mhm.
and they still ended up winning. And I told you from that game on, I am not rooting against the Bengals, and I stood by it. I mean, all
Yeah,
week long, I've heard Tennessee's gonna whoop up on the Bengals. I've heard it nonstop all week long, and this game definitely made me nervous. I'm glad they pulled it off, and we're ready for next week too.
we definitely are. All right, so that we're gonna give you more up to date on that as the night goes through and then game two happens. I know this gentleman, this next man, is being waiting in patiently, so patiently after 12 minutes. So let's bring him in, and I want to get his thoughts in the win that the Bengals, going against. I mean, listen, for a Steelers fan, Jake, and after what the Bengals did last week, you kind of have to be little impressed of what the Bengals did today and pulling off a victory in a game that they probably almost should have lost, to be honest.
Well, before I get to that, though, to me, this win actually not only means something special to Trey, but this win actually means something close to my mom. And so, for those of you who don't know, Trey sent this lanyard to my mom as a little gift, and she's been using it for her keys. And so, like, pretty much ever since Monday, while she's been at the hospital, she left her keys here. So, what I did was I've been keeping this ever since she's been in the hospital, and I don't know why I picked Tennessee, but this win was a huge win for the Bengals and for Trey, and obviously for my mom. So, mom, if you're watching this, just know I love you. Um, Next thing I do want to talk about is, as a Steelers fan, obviously this win was a very huge win for Cincinnati. They've been playing a tremendous amount of football. I mean, there's a reason why they won the AFC North. I mean, I can honestly say they are so impressive. This win, it wasn't really, it was a great win, but what the performance wasn't really that incredible, if that makes sense. It was more like sloppy football because Burrow got tackled I don't know how many times, and then it just
Nine.
seemed like the deep 9 times, and it seems like the defense actually stepped up a lot because Tennessee had a returning Derrick Henry, and I kept saying to myself, I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I figured Derrick Henry would run all over the Bengals defense, but no, it was Cincinnati that held on as long as they possibly could, and you know, I gotta say this though, it wasn't the best performance for both teams, especially for Cincinnati. But I mean, since 1988, y'all have not made it to the AFC Championship game. And to Trey, to my mom, to all the other Bengals fans, and yet you might as well record this. But who they, them Bengals, congratulations on the win.
All right. All right. I'm actually after this show, I'm going back on here. I am going back on here. I'm gonna actually screen grab this and then I'm gonna post it up on TikTok. Trey, are you in agreement with that
Hey,
here?
Yes. There is somebody down in the comments that I want you to tag on here, and they're talking about your mom, and I want you to react to it.
um, I can honestly say I really appreciate this. I hope you don't mind me real quick. this has been a very, very tough week, to say the least, for myself and my family. My mom, who is a very incredible woman, ended up going to the hospital. I can't really say what's all been happening, but what I can tell you is that she's been fighting this ever since last Monday, and day after day, I always keep hearing that she's gonna get better, and I've always believed in that, and she still is fighting all this. Me and my stepdad, we pretty much have been talking a lot, and once when she comes home, it's gonna be a great feeling. But but mom, if you're watching this, I love you, and I cannot wait for you to get a chance to come home. Trey's ready for you to come home. I know everyone's ready for you to get a chance to come home.
Hey, I'm ready for her
And
to come home.
yeah,
She should
yeah,
have. I
you're.
mean, I'm
But,
ready
well,
for
I
her to
mean,
come home.
but either way, though, between the podcast, which by the way, thank you guys for taking care of me like you guys have throughout this entire week, and not only that, but to everyone on the Fighting Now page on Instagram, you guys have treated me so awesome, especially after the big news that broke out yesterday. I don't know where to
Yeah,
begin, but thank you guys so much for this week.
That's what brothers do.
absolutely.
We love you, man.
You got to take care of yourself, man, and that's what we're here for. Your family's my family. You hear that song, you hear that song. It's kind of corny, but it makes sense. It is
Yeah.
true. Um,
It
um,
is, but
but
thank you guys.
all right, so we have a big episode for you guys tonight. We're gonna be talking. We got Juice coming up here in about less than 15 minutes. All right, we're gonna get you guys prepped up to that. If you don't know who Juice is, kind of just a little prequel to his story, and we'll get more into it on this second segment. But he is a guy who has he's in NWF. He just lost back in the middle of December to a person named King Titan, and he has been he lost under the stipulation of him having to be on a hiatus for 90 days, right? I guess whatever you want to call it, vacant. And now there's conspiracy of another man who suddenly appeared under a mask that's calling himself Mr. J. Everyone, there's conspiracy that he is also Juice. So we're gonna kind of check in with him on 10:30, see how he's doing, how his little vacation is, and kind of what does he know about Mr. J. Um, listen, I mean, Mr. J actually won his match at a NWF Future Star Winter War Night 3 last night against Sean Evans. Well, Sean Evans put up a $500. And we talked about this off the air earlier today, just tagging along. I want to create a GoFundMe account for Sean Evans because I feel bad. So Sean Evans borrowed $500 from another wrestler, and in conspiracy, in thought, in confidence that he was going to win his match against Mr. J, and if Mr. J lost, he would have had to take off his mask. Well, Mr. J won. He's now Sean's out of $500, and not only he has to answer to King Titan about the loss, right, and failing him. He's going to also have to find a way to pay back these people that he borrowed the money for. So there is a negative, just terrible storyline going on with Sean Evans. I kind of feel so bad for him. At the same time, I want to create a GoFundMe page to get him his $500 back, so he has one less problems to deal with. Trey, are you on the board with me on this one? Or are you just canning that idea?
You could feel bad. I don't feel bad whatsoever for this bully. He messed up my pop, and I want my new one. Until I get my Mountain Dew,
All right. Well, hey, listen, we're gonna cut to break. When we come back, we got ourselves. We're gonna get you guys ready for King Titan. I know Jake has some interesting news for a possible another giveaway. I don't know. What can that be? What do we not know? We will all find that out coming up next. And stay tuned. We'll take you guys up to midnight here on the J Trey Podcast.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night like I am trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, go, go. Running into better times. Go, go, go. From my emotions, I'll go, go, go. Running into better times. To 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 better times. Remember, I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right. Nothing can stop me in the night, like I'm leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, go, go. Running into better times. Go, go, go. From my emotions, I'll go, go, go. Running into better times. To better times. To better times. To better times. To better times.
All right. Let's get our heads on clear as we make our way to King Titan. And in order to do that,
Juice.
we got to start off by talking.
Juice.
I was occupied in the comments below. Listen, I apologize. I butchered that. I was so tongue-tied. So, Juice, you're right. Stop making fun of me, you guys. I can't handle this. I'm going to blow up here. Oh, my goodness. I do it. Oh, my goodness. All right. We're going to get ready for Juice. All right. Before we do that, Jake, got a little announcement, don't you? Well, first of all, before we get to your announcement, let's get to the other announcement first, because we got to do that twice an episode. So get to the first announcement before we get to the new.
Obviously, if you want to win a Bryan Danielson autograph, you have a chance to be able to do so. Well, not only one, but two winners will be announced next Saturday night before the Royal Rumble. Here's your chance to win. Make sure you guys head over to TNC Sports Talk live on TikTok, and all you thing you gotta do is follow us, comment, and share the video. That's the only three things you gotta do. Two winners will be announced for two different Bryan Danielson autographs this coming next Saturday.
All right, so that's one. And listen, you make it sound like you don't want to sell it no more. All right. We got this very special next one, right? And as a matter of fact, I got a picture down here. If you want me to show this and see if is this the correct one, the one that you sent me, right?
Yes,
this is
absolutely.
The picture that you got going on. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah. So pretty much, if you guys don't know, I pretty much run an amazing women's MMA page on Instagram called The Fighting Now. And I got a chance to be able to talk with amazing guys, RMGFX1. You can find them on Instagram. That is RMGFX1. That has helped me give away this amazing The Fighting Now hoodie. And yet, the only way to be able to enter is if you follow myself and RMG on Instagram. And the only thing you got to do is comment on my post, type done whenever you're finished. And then the winner will be announced next Saturday also. We have an amazing amount of merchandise ready to come up for you. RMGFX, in case you don't know, they make hoodies, rash guards, anything for a fighter. And not only that, but they also make t-shirts for your customized logo, thanks to Justin with this amazing logo that he's hooked me up with. And now we get a chance to be able to sell some merchandise. It's going to be amazing. But if you guys want to get a chance to win this, head on over to Instagram at The Fighting Now, and you guys will see that on my page.
The fact that you guys put that on a hoodie, it looks like an athletic hoodie. It looks wonderful. You sent me this picture, and I was like, dude, you gotta send me one to begin with. Like, there's no way that. I mean, come on.
So
like, looks amazing.
So whenever I first posted that Taylor Starling, I had so many fighters and podcasters like they won one, and I'm like, bro, you're about to be busy because we're about to have a lot of people going to be wearing some Fighting Now gear. For what they told me is that they're actually going to be sending me a couple of shirts actually. So yeah, shout out to RMGFX1. Make sure you guys follow them on Instagram. They have incredible gear, customized gear for you guys to check out.
And while you're over there, stop by our merchandise page at merch.streamelements.com/JJ Talk Show and buy some of our gear too.
Yeah.
I'm just being salty about it, but I mean, we got t-shirts wherever this is up here, right there. We got t-shirts, jackets, hoodies. I mean, gosh, I mean, phone cases, blankets. I mean, it's cold outside. It's 20 degrees. Buy a blanket.
Well, I mean, not only that, but I mean, with the hoodie that I have, it looks like a really comfortable athletic hoodie. But yet, first of all, before we get back to the show, I do want to say thank you guys for the 3,000 followers we hit yesterday. It was definitely. So we made a huge accomplishment. Thank you to all the fighters, promoters, everyone, and all of that. But yeah, we also have a very huge announcement regarding this coming Wednesday show too.
Okay, we're going to talk about that later on, though. Okay,
yeah,
we're going to save that for later on.
Yeah,
by the
absolutely.
way, your 3,000 followers. Here's a message to all you guys. Head on over to our TNC Sports Talk Instagram page and follow us over there. Also, stay tuned in and head on to TikTok. Like, come on, share the brotherly love here.
I am.
Ain't that right, Trey? We're doing all this work, and Jake's doing all the blame.
I know, right? Hey, also follow us on TikTok.
Hey, I have tagged you guys in a couple of posts.
Facebook.
I have tagged you guys in a couple of posts. And by the way, after last Thursday, I have had so many people that said that they love the show, and we've already gotten a couple of followers on Instagram as well.
Alrighty. All right. Bill said we'll announce the upcoming stuff coming up here later on in our program. We got to get ready for Juice. I say Juice this time. Yes, I said it correctly. Okay, get off my back. I'm sorry. I got tongue-tied for a moment there. As we await Juice's arrival, I'm telling you, this is going to be a fun interview. I'm going to talk to Trey about this. Okay, so here we go. All right, Juice. Juice is coming up here in a few moments. Trey, you're excited. What's one thing that you're excited for Juice?
I'm just excited just to see how he's doing from in his 90-day I'm gonna call it vacation, just to see what he's up to these days.
Leave of absence, is that a better term?
Mm-hmm. Leave of absence, okay. Yes.
Yeah, this story, I mean, I'm very excited that they haven't dropped this story from NWF since his leave of absence after losing against Titan back in December. I'm hoping that this continues when he comes back. Listen, like I said, there is a conspiracy that Mr. J and Juice are the same character, but I would really love, and just this is my opinion, I would really love to see them tag team against Sean Evans and Titan at one point. That would be, I think, really awesome.
I think it would be awesome too. And what a match that would be.
It would be, and it's part of. I feel like it's part of the story that that Titan and Juice is trying to tell. I mean, and get Sean Evans involved. I mean, Sean Evans is $500 out. The only thing I'm really down on is that I have not seen Titan since he won his match, and I'm like, well, who's playing this leave of absence? Is it Juice or is it Titan? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's awfully weird that he left at the same time.
Definitely. I don't just before I forget, if you guys are watching us live, please leave a comment also when we have Juice on, because there is a possibility that we will get to one of your questions and Juice will answer one of your questions personally. Now, if you don't know nothing about Juice is a NWF wrestler. He for Northern Wrestling Federation, if I could say that right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh gosh, I'm making it. I'm like botching everything today. But it's very exciting. And matter of fact, it's been kind of a grind. I mean, he's kind of one of our first athletes that we were able to talk to openly, and he kind of welcomed us with open arms. The first guy to welcome us in the NWF Army with open arms, and we got ready to go. And so, like, I think you and I could say that we pay tribute to him really, a lot, because if it wasn't for him making us welcomed, I don't know how close we could be with some of these guys, and leading up to guys like even like Chris Harris on our show.
Right. No, no, the first night that we actually went to NWF show, he, like you said, he talked to us, he welcomed us with open arms, and I guess that's why I'm so attached to him. I guess he's my favorite
Right.
NWF wrestler. It's also his in ring work too. It's very good. Also, he's just an all
He was a
around
well-rounded
great
person.
guy.
I I could tell you one of my favorite moments I will never forget when we went to our second NWF event down in Ludlow, and he spent an hour after the show just chatting it up, talking to us about, maybe his personal life a little bit, doing this and doing that. I mean, that is something that we really appreciated. And that's what we kind of gravitated to becoming our biggest fan. I mean, I could honestly say Juice is our biggest fan, or we are Juice's biggest fan right now, number one fan, to say the least. We are currently waiting for Juice to come onto the stream. You just sent it out, right?
He said he's in the waiting room.
I don't see him.
Yeah, he's messaging me right now. He says he's in the waiting room.
I don't see him. Oh, great. Jake, do you see him in one of our waiting rooms? Do you even see that? Gosh, great content here.
What does it say before we come in?
Yes, except the microphone and camera before you can log into the studio. Give us his name.
Accept microphone and headset, and then it should let you in the lobby. Okay.
All right.
Going to these NWF shows, since he's on his 90-day vacation.
I think we got it. So let me do this. Let me play this quick advertisement. When we come back, we get Juice right on here on the J Trey Podcast.
We cannot hear you.
How about now? How about there? Can we hear you now?
There we go.
I apologize. All right. Without further ado, bring in our NWF Star, Juice. Juice, thank you. Welcome in to our studio. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Man.
First of all, we miss you.
I miss y'all too.
We do.
I miss everybody.
How are you doing in this whole 90 days leave of absence that you have going?
It's stressful, man. I don't like being away from the ring. I don't like being away from the NWF ring. But it's giving me time to spend more time with my family, my son. So it's a blessing and a curse. I was in Gallenberg for a little while, so got to take a little trip. So, I mean, blessing and a curse.
So, what have you been doing to keep yourself busy? Do you go? Are you on? Do you do vacations? You go on trips? What do you do?
Yeah, took a little vacation to Gallenberg just to clear my head after the whole Titan situation, and then spend time with my son. I'm still getting in the gym, working out. I try to find somewhere to get some ring time just to, keep my skills sharpened and, you know, just enjoy life a little bit. Bowling, I like bowling, so
What is it?
bowling,
What is that?
Bowling. A
like
bowling league.
Yeah,
Oh, bowling. It sounds
No.
like
What?
he's saying Boeing.
no bowling.
Oh, what's your average?
When I was in leagues, I was probably like a 205 ish. I'm probably about like 170 right now.
Alrighty. All right. Do you have your own bowling ball and shoes and everything?
Of course, I'm a competitor.
Okay.
Definitely.
Since you do bowling, I challenge you to a bowling match because I do play bowling with
We
Special
all gotta
Olympics.
go.
So challenges put
Let's
out
go.
there.
Anytime you want. Anytime.
I'm not afraid to put down my favorite NWF superstar here.
Hey, I'm always up for a challenge. So if you're going to challenge me, I'm stepping up to the plate.
There we go. Oh gosh. All right. Well, I think we all got to schedule a bowling time with each other. Head out to one of the lanes. Something I didn't move out here. Is there a good? Do you have a specific bowling alley that you like to attend out here?
I bowl all over. I like to go to
Okay.
Madison Bowl. It's pretty close to where I live.
Okay.
So that's just a good neighborhood bowling alley. But Madison, Eastern Lanes, Brittonwood. It's a bunch of bowling alleys out here. So yeah, it's Cincinnati's pretty big on bowling. So yeah.
So since you have left, there's this superstar that came in, Mr. J. Do you have a connection with him?
Nah.
No, you've never met him.
I met him one time.
So
I checked in at Bone Crushers just to see what was going on, see what the new trainees was working on, and I ended up meeting him, and he seemed like a pretty cool, down-to-earth guy. I actually got a picture with him I posted.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, he was a pretty good guy though. He was pretty fun.
He's as we've seen him perform in NWF matches. We went to the one in Covington last week, and he unfortunately he lost in a tag team match with Sean against Sean Evans, and he just won his match. I guess with the whole conspiracy going on that claiming that you are Mr. J, which at this moment we can confirm that is not the case. But I think it would be nice. I would love to see, you and Mr. J take on Tyen and Sean.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be freaking great. I would do it.
I promoted to Trey earlier today that because now Sean is out of $500, I would kind of. I don't know if you'd be supportive on helping, but I wouldn't want to do a GoFundMe account to kind of help Sean get out of that little debt.
Why is he out of $500?
So he went to Christina back on at the Covington one last week, borrowed $500 to put on the line. Sinclair and MCE, the group.
Oh, you talking about Anika.
I'm sorry. I'm names all over the place. I apologize. Anyways, so I guess so Sean went to her asking to borrow $500. And this was to put on the line for Mr. J's mask.
Okay.
Because he was he bet that $500 to reveal the mask and show who it was for last night, and Mr. J won, so he won $500. So now not only he's going to have to answer to King Tyen, he's going to also have to somehow find a way to pay back, the $500. And so I was just being a little courteous and wanting to set up a GoFundMe account.
These guys are clowns. Like, come on. Like, these guys are clowns. Like, do you think I can hide this pretty face under a mask for one? I think you would know me walking anywhere. Come on, like these guys are
Exactly.
clowns, and also like it's just he believe anything that Titan says. Titan can tell him to jump off a bridge and he will do it because he is a lapdog. That's just plain and simple. He's a lapdog. Like anybody can walk into an NWF ring and beat Sean Evans. Sean Evans is
Yeah.
a walk in the park. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know that now. he's a clown, but I will throw him $5 because that's all he's probably worth right now. It's $5.
Okay. Okay. I just had to throw that out there because, I'm trying to, be supportive all the way around, I guess, in a sense. And, but
When you get into the bed with loan sharks, that's your business.
yeah, that's completely true. So how long have you been wrestling in general?
I've been performing a little bit over a year. I've been training as a wrestler for 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So we see that Riley Matthews is close to you. Can you tell us that friendship between between you and her?
Yeah, so Riley started training a little while after me, but I don't know, like I think I just got have like this gravitational pull of certain people, and she's a very special young lady. I mean, she's special. She don't wrestle too much, but the times that she have wrestled, you can see how special that girl is. And I kind of noticed it like right off back, and we just kind of just our styles and everything about us just meshed. She's like a little sister to me, actually. Like we hung out a lot. We just created this bond, and and I I can't say no more about it. Like I can't put her over anymore. She's a great young lady. She's a great young talent, and I know she's going to be great in this industry.
You know, you know how I called Titan and Sean Evans bullies.
Yeah.
Why does Riley come out and want to be with you, knowing the risk of her being bullied with them?
Yeah. Uh, it's because she believe what I believe in. She stand for what I believe in. She's fighting a bully within herself. She's fighting, Big Mama, and she's dealing with her. She's yet to beat her, like I've yet to beat Titan. But the thing is you can knock us down, you can beat us down all you want to, but we got heart and we got fight, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna come back stronger each time. And that's one thing that, like I said, that's what we have in common. That's where our respect is, and she understands what I'm trying to do. She understands what type of NWF I want to see one day. I want to see where, we go out there and compete and have clean competition and really see who the best wrestler is. And that's where she stands too.
So you just mentioned that you're only 2 years into wrestling
Yeah.
or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so as a person like Riley, who is young, who is trying to is gravitating to you, you guys are close together, maybe working, and getting each other better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have someone that you also look up to that's in Bone Crushers or in NWF that hey, this is who I want to thrive to be better for, or to be as good as this person?
Oh yes, I got a list. like Star Rider, he's great. He's amazing. Uh, like I I watch his matches so closely. I watch his style so closely. He's amazing. If I could be half of the wrestler he is, I think that I can make it somewhere. Wildcat Chris Harris, I look up to him so much. He's like my wrestling dad. I've said this on the Armchair Booking podcast, and I've told them.
Okay.
But Yeah, he's like a father to me. He's like a, he took me under his wing. Me and him actually tag teamed together against Titan and Sean Evans, and we beat them before. Um, yeah, he holds me up to a high standard every time. He pushes me. He pulls me to the side. He tells me what he don't like. He tells me what he do like. He's straightforward with me. He's clean cut. Like, um, and he want a lot of us to be better. Like even some of these bad guys, he want a lot of us to be better. Uh, and I really appreciate him just for sticking around and being around because he's done. He don't have to be here. But he chooses to still be here. He comes to every event. He's also doing a little bit of GM action now for the Future Stars. So things are heating up in Future Stars that I heard. So
yeah, we're missing out a lot on Friday nights.
Yeah, we are.
Man,
will we ever
me
see
too.
Juice and Riley versus King Titan and Sean Evans?
Ooh.
That match, when you lost with Titan, Sean did contact with her, and will we see that match?
Yeah, it's actually been a lot of contact with her and Titan and her and Sean Evans. I don't know. I wouldn't at this point and at this stage, I wouldn't want to put her in that type of danger. I already did it one time and she got TKO'd and I had to carry her out of there. I think that was one of the worst feelings I've ever had, was seeing her get slammed like that. And plus, this girl's easily probably 150 pounds lighter than all of us, 200 pounds lighter than all of us, easily. Would I like to see Titan and Big Mama tag together against me and her? Yeah, I'd do that. I'd rather do that. The bullies, her bully and my bully together, yeah, we'd take them two down. But Sean, I have them.
Just real quick, Riley. I don't think you would want to underestimate Riley if she actually knows that she's going into an actual fight with Sean and and Titan. I think she could hold her own. To be honest.
Yeah. I just seen her and I'd seen her hurt once by him, and I wouldn't want to see it again. That's my thing. Yeah.
Definitely.
So let me ask you this, if you don't mind. You know, obviously wrestling isn't the only thing. You got an outside life, family, other things that get you through. How is it difficult to find balance? I mean, how do you manage to find balance, and when things get rough, how do you manage to kind of rebalance everything out?
When things get tough, I don't know. It's just I kind of really, it's my son. My son kind of keep me balanced. Really,
yeah.
Because whenever like anything is wrong or anything, I don't know what it is. Like he just have this certain sense. Like he would do it. He could just be like in the living room, and he'll pop his head in my room and just be like, "Dad, you okay?" And I'd be like, how did he know? Like, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all right. And then we just spend the time with him. That's my balance. That's how I balance everything. When stuff get crazy or anything, I just shut down for a couple hours, and it would just be me and him time. And he's my peace. That's my balance.
Has your son ever came and seen you perform live?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's there 9 times out of 10. he's usually pretty much there. He's there usually, and my mom's there, and he's usually sitting right next to my mom. If you haven't seen Juice
has
Jr.,
he ever? Yeah,
you would know when you see him.
Has he ever come to you and be like, yeah, when I become age, I could get back in, get into the ring for the first time? Is he wanting to do that thing, get into the wrestling world as well?
Yes, Yes, he's 9 years old and he already knows what he want to do.
Yeah, I mean, you figure what few more years and he could possibly start training. The training process.
Yep, 16. You got to be 16. But I told him as long as his grades stay up and everything stays good, yeah, he can do it. I will allow him to if this is what he really wants. I just told him like it takes a lot to do it. I've even found a couple of kids trainings and stuff he's been to, and he loves it. He know how to run ropes already. He knows how to give hip tosses. He know how to do arm drags. So yeah, he's into it, and then he's always having me show him stuff. Actually, earlier today I was slamming him around.
So who's better, you or your son?
He's gonna be better.
He'll be better. Could we see? Could we see, or would that be something you'd be looking forward to try to have like a father and son tag team or feud at one point?
Oh yeah,
especially in NWF.
I would tag. Yeah, definitely. I can't turn on my son. Come on. Did you just say feud? Come on.
I mean, I wouldn't say turn, but I mean, storylines are planned to work out different ways. I mean,
I think he'll probably turn on me first.
Maybe. I mean, I sure hope not. But we could eventually see that.
Match, you old man.
Does he go around acting like a baby face or a heel around you just to see what you would act like?
Oh, he will say he's a baby face, or I think he got a little darkness in him sometimes. Definitely, yeah. I mean, one of his favorite wrestlers right now is Roman Reigns, so that tells you a lot about him. He loves the work that the Usos.
Are you guys also? So you just mentioned Roman Reigns as his favorite character. I'm taking it that maybe you're watching WWE, AEW, Impact. You're well involved in what's going on in the, I guess, upper classes.
Yeah.
How much do you thrive to want to? I mean, what is there a thrive to want to, hey, one day, still go work for like Impact or even AEW?
Yeah. I would work for any of the top companies who will be willing to sign me. If they think I'm talented enough, if they think I got it, I'm there. I would love to do it on a big stage. I would love to I feel like I'm just a flat out entertainer. I feel like I was put on this earth to entertain people with my energy, with everything. I feel like that I'm meant to be there. I'm meant to do this.
And I mean, we could definitely see it clearly in the ring. If you had an offer from AEW, Impact, and WWE tomorrow, all at the same time, which one would you select right now?
Ooh, that's tough. I'll probably choose Impact. Impact.
Be part of that invasion.
Only because of Wildcat. I'll make him happy.
Okay.
I will make him happy.
In the comments below, I don't know if he could pull it up. But there is a question for you.
Okay.
Which one?
It's actually in the private chat. I don't know if you can do that. But there's also one in the actual. There's actually one.
All right,
in
so
the
let me ask you this one while I find.
Is there anyone I want to face in Impact?
What?
Is that?
Yeah, that's actually the question here.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hey. Is there anyone I would like to face in Impact? Moose. I would like to face him. if you got Jonathan Gresham still there, I would like to face him.
Oh, that'd be really
I love
exciting.
how technical he is. I think I can do some nice little stuff on the ground with him. Yeah.
Some pure style rules match.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I would definitely. That'd be fun.
that would be a lot of fun.
Another one in
Two,
the other comments. Oh,
yeah. Go ahead and answer that there, Juice, from Courtney.
Will I be visiting the Ludlow show? Which one?
This one referred to your son. The one Ludlow show that's coming up, not next week, but the one after, the 5th, February 5th, I believe.
Yeah.
yes.
I will be nowhere near there.
Nowhere
I
near
would
there.
probably be nowhere near there. Of course, I can't go.
So
So you can't
be.
even go to just attend, just to watch as like a spectator?
I'm not in the building at all.
No.
Dang.
Will your son be there?
Probably not. I don't know. If my mother goes, then he'll probably go because she still go to shows just because she just loves the product. So, I don't know. He might. He usually is like on my hip, so he's like right next to me all the time. I'm surprised he's not in here right now.
Either you take on Big E.
Ooh, that's a mountain to climb. That is a huge one. And that's actually one of my favorite tag teams of all time. I actually met them in Chicago, and he and Kofi like got me so good. They was talking to each other, and they had a conversation within themselves while talking to me. And it was just the funniest thing in the world. And then it was like, I think he's nervous. He's not nervous. No, he's nervous. Are you nervous? And it was just going back and forth. And I just couldn't help but like laugh. And then I was dying. I was trying to ask them like, hey, what does it take to be a wrestler? Because at the time I wasn't training. And it just never happened because they was just ripping me the whole time. It was funny though. It was great. They're great guys. But I think Big A would get me right now. He's just big. He's big.
Juice versus Apollo? Question mark.
Ooh. I'll take it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I like Apollo. He's a pretty big guy, and I think his athleticism is like over. Like, dude is really athletic. I would do it like just because of the pure athleticism.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in WWE and AEW you would want to fight?
Adam Cole, he's great.
Hey,
Darby Allin, he's a good one. MJF, I think dude's he's a heel, but I think dude's great. His storytelling is great to me. I love that Darby Allin and him was perfect. It was damn near perfect. WWE, gosh, I can name so many people. Like I just got a lot of people I would face there, but Ricochet would be my favorite one, though. I'm sorry, I love the spot.
You're good.
You're
good.
I see that WWE title behind you, and I'll let Jake ask this question in a second. I see that WWE one. It's a blue one.
Yeah.
You know, I guess you and Trey now are going to have a little bit of beef because he has the red one.
Ooh.
Comes down to the Universal Championship.
Hey, and then of course I love the Fiend, so it got the Hurt heel plate to it.
Oh, awesome!
I like that.
On mine, I have my favorite WWE wrestler of all time, Goldberg.
Ooh, he is that's a good favorite right there. That's a great favorite.
I love Goldberg. I get heat from it.
Go ahead, Trey.
I get heat from for liking Goldberg, but no, he was my very first person that I watched getting into watching professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Um, Goldberg versus Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
That's my very first match, and I love powerhouses.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I think Goldberg was an amazing wrestler within 10 minutes. And once 10 minutes was over, it's like, all right, get him out the ring. Sorry. he should go in there and murder you and get out the ring. That's it. Because he was just that's the guy he was. He was a powerhouse.
Yeah. My next question I have for you is there's one guy that I have in particular in mind because he was pretty much one of the greatest Ring of Honor World Champions, currently wrestling for AEW. Would you ever consider wrestling against Jay Lethal?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Why didn't I think of yes. What? Yes. The Black Machismo. Yes. Yes. Oh, if I ever got a chance to wrestle, he better do the whole Ric Flair skit. Like, yeah, like he better do that. I wouldn't even. He will beat me just off of that alone. I'll be on the ground laughing. I would be on the.
Oh man. I think one of my favorite Jay Lethals is his Ring of Honor days. It was like back around 2016 when he won the Ring of Honor World Championship, and it was around that time where I forgot what the group that he was part of with a manager, but that was definitely one of my favorite Jay Lethals because you got to see the heelish side of him, but also he always gave out his best performance in every single match he was in during the time with Ring of Honor.
Yes, he definitely did. Yes, that'll be a great opponent. You're 100% correct on that. I would love that. That will be one of my tops right there. I think so.
I definitely do agree.
would you ever fight Abyss if he unretired?
You want me to fight Prince Justice?
I'm just asking, is that a dream match that you would want to fight that legend?
I will fight any legend. Okay, I will give me that good old rub off right there to say, hey, you next. That's that good rub, Yeah, I would definitely do it. Yes, especially with NWF being Roger Ruffin being my trainer, that will be a dream come true. I wish I could have been there to meet Jordan Clearwater. I didn't get a chance to meet him in Covington because I couldn't be there. I just wanted to bump elbows with him and just meet him. Any legend, anybody that's done something, or anybody who's impacted NWF or impacted on a higher scale. Yes, I want to meet you. I want to wrestle you. I want to go toe to toe with you.
Well, the next question we have for you is: how do alumni peer and assist train at Bone Crushers?
How do they? You have guys like Pompano Joe. He's been wrestling 20 years. He's there every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, helping out every single young guy that he can. He's a bunch of knowledge. You have Christopher Michael Lotus. He's there every Tuesday and Thursday. He helps out. They come in. They watch training matches. They watch how we are setting up moves. They watch our spacing. They do so much for us and talk to us about like the psychology part. They do everything. You might have a guy just walk up to you and be like, "Hey, cut a promo on me right now," just without you even. You're like, "No, don't think, just cut it." It's they help out with everything. Wildcat's there all the time. He help out with anything, and you can ask him for anything and everything, and he's always there. And he's always the type, hey, after training, you want to come to the house and watch a match? That's his thing. You want to watch a match? I've been to his house so many times just to watch matches and, study and, really found myself and found my character. Like, I really thank him for that.
So I've got 3 last questions for you. Does Carl Anderson ever appear
Yeah.
in NWF?
Yes.
And how many times?
He appears, and for some odd reason, I'm never there when he appears.
Hmm.
He appears quite often. Well, not quite often, but often enough as he can. And for some odd reason, I'm never there to see him. I think one time I was sick, and then the other time I just had, something going on where I wasn't able to make it to training. But he hasn't made it to an event in a while though. So
So he's not scheduled to be at any NWF events anytime soon.
not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I barely know anything.
Um,
I just show up sometimes. I'll be like,
oh,
hey, ooh, I'm wrestling.
we have
Hi, Lee.
the Rumble is next month.
Yep.
How many people is normally in that Rumble? You know, we're new to NWF. I've
Yeah.
only been, I think, the 3 events. So
We
we're new to this.
about 30 people, pretty sure. I've only been in one Rumble that we've had, and that was in Fairfield, but it's about 30 people.
Is there 2 matches? Like, is there a women's match? Is there a men's match? Or is it mixed?
It's usually mostly men. I think Big Mama and it's one match. Big Mama, Ella, and Selena Dean was in it the last time, and I'm pretty sure they might be in it. So you might have a couple of women just spark and come be in there, but mostly it's men. It's mostly men.
Gotcha. Last question. Do you have a date for when you can return?
Um well, the date is March 19th. That is or March 18th. That is exactly 90 days. Um so we will see. Um I mean, but I will be wrestling here soon, February 12th for Pro Wrestling Alliance in
Hmm.
Harrison, Ohio. So they got some things going on. Their promoter called me and got me booked there. So and I might be down in Hazard, Kentucky for Alliance. No, not Alliance, but Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, where I'm in a tag
Okay.
team. So yeah, BK
That's cool. Keep
Panthers.
yourself busy. Keep
Yeah.
Well,
yourself busy while you're away. Do you have any personal gripes or something that when you do come back, is there something that you're looking to accomplish? Obviously, there's obviously unfinished business between Juice and Titan. So are we gonna jump right on back into that wagon and finish that off, or is that the goal? Or
Um, I do want to finish what I've started with him,
yeah,
but one thing that I have not had yet, and a lot of future stars have had, I think I've just been so caught up in this feud, but I haven't had a chance to go after that unified title yet. And that's the top title
right.
for the future stars. And I feel like that is going to be unfinished business for me. I don't want to ever not get that opportunity. So I think once I do finish whatever I'm doing with Titan, I want to make a run for it. And I definitely don't like this new James Cross character, whatever
No,
Jimbo was supposed to be
no,
now. And that's crazy because Jimbo was, when I first started training, Jimbo was one of those guys I could go talk to and,
right.
hang out with. And now it's like he's just a whole new person. I can't even call the guy no more. I called him and his phone's disconnected now. It's just like, or he probably blocked me. Who
Man.
knows? But
I would say just don't waste your time with Titan because I mean, he's not he hasn't even appeared one day since I think well, okay, maybe he's had one match. He hasn't really appeared much on any events since he last faced you. So I guess he's going on a little vacation spree also.
Me
yeah.
myself, I think he's scared of Mr. J
Mm,
because he has not appeared.
yeah. Mm. I don't know. I heard that Mr. J feller's kind of undefeated too. I heard he haven't lost. I heard he haven't been pinned in the ring. Um, that's pretty scary when
This
a new guy comes in and he's just knocking people off on one-on-one and singles matches. That's pretty
Yeah.
scary. It's pretty scary. That sounds like somebody that I need to keep my eye on.
definitely.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, on top of that, I mean, you said that that you and Riley kind of have close connection. I mean, it looks
Mhm.
like Mr. J and Riley also may have that close connection as well.
Yeah. I seen that picture earlier, and I sent her a message, and I said, "Hey, you got a new best friend? What's going on here?" like, hello, you need to call me. Oh, it's because I'm not around. Hey, that's messed up. Can't deal with this.
Well, temporary friend here, until you return.
She gonna have to choose when I come back. I'm about to put
Ooh, we
her in
may
the
see a
middle.
Mr. J and Juice feud, maybe when
Oh
you
man,
return.
if it comes to my friend, yeah, we'll fight it out.
There we go.
We'll fight it out.
Can we ever see Juice turn heel?
Mm. I don't think I got that in my blood. I don't think I can. I don't want to let. Why would I let you guys down? Why would I let my fans down? Why would I let my support system down? You guys
True
fuel
fans
me.
will never be let down by you. Like we would always support you thick and thin. Whatever you decide to do, whatever journey, there's a reason for it. There's a purpose. We will always
Yeah,
stand by you.
but I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could say go to the dark side. I get my fuel. I get everything from you guys. I wouldn't want to let you guys down. I wouldn't want to take somebody. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't. I will be scared to see what a dark side of Juice will look like.
Mm.
I always stand up
I
for
don't.
what's
I
right.
wouldn't
I
want to
don't want
cross
to
that
go
path.
to. Huh?
I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
cross paths with a heel Juice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come chat with us.
Oh, thank
I
you.
am definitely looking forward to you returning because I miss you.
I
I'm
miss you
tired of
guys
Sean.
too.
I'm tired of Sean being a bully and knocking my Mountain Dew off the table.
He did what?
So we were at the show and he was fighting Mr. J. He came by me and I said, "Sean, you're a bully." He looked at me and he knocked my pop off the table. Yeah, so he owes me a Mountain Dew because he made it flat.
You know, I'm gonna add that to my list. I got you.
You have to get him back.
Oh yeah, I got you. Maybe I can catch him going to his car or something after an event. Just I ain't going in the building, but I can get. We're gonna record a street fight somewhere.
He'll come out to his car finding Mountain Dew all over his car.
Definitely, that'd be great.
Well, we appreciate you, and we're looking forward to your return.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And you know, keep doing great things. This podcast is great. I do watch the product. I think you guys are awesome, and thanks for having me. I appreciate
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Go Bengals.
Oh, no. Go Broncos. I'm a Broncos fan. Denver. Sorry.
What?
I can't do that. I don't jump on bandwagons. I never have, never will. I've been a Broncos fan all my life, 30 years. I would never, ever, 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 ever do it.
I respect that.
Yeah. I don't jump on bandwagons. We lose, we lose. We win. Nope. I've seen more Broncos championships than I've seen the Bengals in the playoffs. Is that sad or what?
That is
my God.
sad.
Hey, last question then. If you're a Broncos fan, do you see John Elway or Peyton Manning owning the team?
Peyton. I can see Peyton doing that.
Peyton. Oh gosh, I would love to see Peyton own the team. Own the Broncos. Gosh. Hey, who do you got going on in the Super Bowl? Real quick.
I really stopped watching. I stopped watching. See, I'm such a
Well, Green Bay and Tennessee's out. Green Bay and Tennessee's out of the playoffs.
I threw it out. I was just like,
Right
I
here.
want to see.
This should be your answer.
Look, who's left? I don't even know who's left. Who's left out of this? Tampa?
Bengals and 49ers going to the conference champion games next week.
Okay.
Bills and Chiefs tomorrow, and then Rams and Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'd take Tampa all the way, man.
Okay.
No. Retire Tom Brady.
Now I'm
No.
gonna go to the dark side.
Nah, I still
There
love
you
you.
All right, Juice. It was nice speaking to you. We'll definitely get you on again at some point. Enjoy your time off and take care.
Take care. I'll see you guys later.
Alrighty, that was fun. Fun with you. We'll have to get him on again here. Let's go ahead and cut to a break. Come back. 49ers just beat the Packers 13-10. Very impressive victory. Take a break. Come back. Let's get Jake back on. We got much more to talk about. We got taking up to midnight. You're on the J Trey Podcast.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. Let me show you what a good time looks like. To be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, you don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder.
All right. Come on. Load. There we go. Trey,
Yes.
what do you do, man? I
Dancing.
have not seen a smile. I have not seen a smile on your face like this one. Not only the one. Thank you, Jake. Also, you all right, Jake?
Yeah, I'm good. I just can't believe what I just saw. Like
The 49ers winning?
the 49ers won. Special teams stepped up a lot.
Didn't I not call that game? Did I not call that game?
For okay, for those who missed it, I mean, pretty much Green Bay had a punt return and it blocked and returned to a touchdown, and then all of a sudden Green Bay had a struggling drive, and all of a sudden San Francisco wins by 3 points thanks to a field goal. And I'm just like,
do you
kind of flat? Like,
you understand that both number one seeds are out of the playoffs now?
And you do realize now that Aaron Rodgers is going to be leaving Green Bay after the season now, right?
Do you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just like, we all kept questioning California teams going over to Green Bay, as cold as it was, and then it snowed in the second half. I mean,
well,
I gotta give
historically, there are only 2-15 in the month of December and January. West Coast California teams usually lose in Lambeau Field. Like, that's impressive. Trey, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers lost, man.
I've never seen Green Bay struggle like that.
I don't even know if it was a struggle. I mean, yeah, a lot of it probably had to do with weather. Weather, but they were both of them looked terrible, and I don't know how much of that probably did play because of the weather. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Whenever they said this was the wildest season yet, they actually meant it. Like,
oh my goodness!
Will we see Aaron in Pittsburgh?
No.
No.
Will we see Aaron maybe with Denver? See, and that's the thing. Like, I think one of the will we see Aaron maybe in San Francisco? Because I know that was one of the conversations.
Yeah. Well, it's not only just Aaron.
You know what time it is?
Go ahead.
It's time to Jake takes on Trey.
Yes.
What do you mean yes for? You normally lose.
Shoot. I do, don't I? Well, I'm on a streak because I just won. So I'm on a streak.
Well, I got good information for you guys. I got a good information for you guys. We got 3 days left before the Royal Rumble.
3 days.
Today.
You mean a week?
Well, not 3 days. So we have 3 shows that you and us three are going to be together before the Rumble. We have tonight, tomorrow, Friday. As a matter of fact, 4 episodes because we'll be on before the Rumble. So since you can make it tomorrow, I'm going to give you the option. So I don't know if Trey's going to be able to win this one. Trey, because you lost last game, you have a chance to select this category. We got 2 categories for you tonight. It could be either it could be an NFL question or a Royal Rumble question. Choice is yours.
It's yours.
Mine? You said Trey.
I'm sorry, Jake.
You said Trey.
You lost. I'm sorry. Gosh.
Okay.
Okay,
so it's the Royal Rumble and what?
NFL.
Give me the Royal Rumble.
All right.
I thought there was a NCAA.
That was yesterday only.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I mean, see, because it doesn't qualify today because the games are over with.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Let me do it this way. We got a couple of long ones here. The Royal Rumble is known for historical facts and records being broken, right?
Uh-huh.
We've seen over the years the Royal Rumble, and when I talk about the Royal Rumble, I'm not talking about the greatest Royal Rumble. That doesn't count. I'm talking about the Royal Rumble in January every month. The question is to you, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wrestlers that has entered the Rumble and been eliminated within 10 seconds.
Huh?
Can you name those wrestlers that's been entered the ring and then eliminated within 10 seconds?
All right. So
we'll start off with Jake. Jake goes first. He's lost.
All right. Santino Marella.
That is correct. He comes in at number. He's been actually the quickest. He's eliminated at number 1 with 1 second. Trey?
I'm gonna say Chavo.
Really? He is not on the list.
I thought he got eliminated by King.
I'm trying to think of the person who pretty much broke it before Santino did. It was like Ward something, but right now I'm gonna have to say JBL.
That is incorrect. He is not on the list. Listen, we're looking for people who have been eliminated 10 seconds and under. 10 seconds and under.
Maven.
There is who?
Maven.
Incorrect. Out of this list, there are a total of 3 active wrestlers on this list. One of them you actually see on a day-to-day basis. The other 2, you don't quite see them in the ring often.
All right. Michael Cole.
No.
Jerry Lawler.
That is correct. He has been eliminated with 4 seconds on the clock back in 1987. It's tied at 1. Back to you, Jake. What is the famous elimination?
It was
we all see it.
It was like the warlord or the Lord Warrior. Or something. I'm trying to think of the name. That's the thing, though. It's like I'm trying to think of the name. It was like I think the Lord Warrior has been broken.
I'm gonna let Trey decide if you get this point or not, because you kind of semi said it, but you didn't say it. Trey?
I'm gonna be a heel. No. But I'm gonna guess.
Bruh.
Dolph Ziggler.
No.
No, not him.
This is pretty
You
hard.
failed me. You failed
Okay.
me.
Do we not? I mean, do we not have?
You gotta give me credit. Hold on. You gotta give me credit for that. At least I thought about it. And plus, I mean, you gotta give me credit on that, Trey. Come on.
One of the guys on this list is actually in AEW.
Really? I'm gonna have to say, AEW does a lot. I'm gonna have to say Cody Rhodes, aka Stardust.
No.
Daniel Bryan.
No.
Okay. Big Show.
No.
It's not CM Punk. Adam Cole, baby.
No.
I'm gonna take a guess. Billy Gunn.
No.
Taz.
Taz is correct. He's been eliminated after 10 seconds. 10 seconds he lost in the ring back in 2001. He's up 2. It's 2-1. Jake, back to you.
Paul London.
No.
Chuck Palumbo.
No. I could give Trey a hint that he is I give Trey a hint, and this will probably spoil it. So
I know it.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Come on.
I mean, I can't. I mean, this you don't know the famous person that was eliminated that I mean, it was like probably one of the famous quickest eliminations.
Bushwhacker Luke.
Yes, comes in with 4 seconds back in 1991. Tied at 2.
Nunzio.
Who?
Nunzio
No.
from the FBI.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna have to take a full, huge guess on this one. I'm gonna have to say, oh my god, this is really difficult. Booker T.
No. There was someone eliminated after 5 seconds last year. It's tied at 2 for the win. Trey, can you name it? Can you name one of the guys on the list? About to call it quits after like 2 more rounds.
Dominic? Oh no, this is his first year.
Nope.
Dang it.
Nope. Jake, back to you.
Last year.
One last guess for both of you guys.
All right, I'm gonna have to take a good guess on this one. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna guess on this one. I already know I'm gonna probably end up missing it. Give me Shelton Benjamin.
Close, but no.
Oh my gosh.
What about one of the Spirit Squads, Kenny?
Nope. You are incorrect as well.
Cedric Alexander.
Because we've been playing it.
Cedric Alexander.
No.
All right, let me.
All right, so I'm gonna read you the list. It's a ties game. That means no one wins, unfortunately. It was a pretty hard one to think about it. You guys just took too much time answering. So you guys got Taz, Bushwhacker, Luke, Jerry Lawler, and Santino Marella. The guy that you were thinking of, Jake, that you just really couldn't be confident and say the name was a Warlord. Back in 1989.
Warlord. I knew it, but did Trey decide not to give me the answer?
In 2 seconds. And then Mo and Owen Hart comes in 3 seconds. 5 seconds is the Godfather. He was eliminated last year within 5 seconds. Not Goldberg, but Gilberg back in 1999. The only active, really current wrestler is The Miz, tied with MVP at number 7. And
so I got a question. Is one of them Snuka? Jimmy Snuka?
No, I just gave you the 11 guys.
No,
Taz, just MVP, Miz, Gilbert, Godfather, Jerry Lawler, Bushwhacker, Luke, Owen Hart, Mo, the Warlord, and Santino Marella.
Mo.
Oh, my goodness. This is Royal Rumble history now.
Apparently, I don't know Royal Rumble history.
Apparently, you don't. I mean, you were excited about the Royal Rumble history like 2 weeks ago.
It was a different Royal Rumble question.
It was. That is true. Very true. All right, so let's do this. Let's get a little break, and then when we come back, we're gonna save all of our football talk till tomorrow night because we're running out of time. I want to talk to you about this segment with Bully Ray and Jon Moxley that comes up right here next on the J Trey Podcast. All right, let's get that out. There we go. We got back to normal. Come on, computer. Doesn't want to work the last 25 minutes of the show. Lord. All right. You guys look pissed off now because no one.
No, no. I'm just trying to be able to tell you guys we're not on break. I kept telling y'all in the chat.
No, I know that. I'm trying to get something else popped up, and it's just the computer takes forever to load. All righty. So here's the story of the wrestling world. I want you guys to get your authentic opinions. And this is basically what happened over the. So John, obviously, you guys know Jon Moxley returned, and he made a promo cut, and there was some comments, some statements made by Bully Ray on Busted Open Podcast. Got some sound open for you guys, and I kind of want us to kind of listen to this and give us our reaction, thoughts, and because a lot of people are going off on social media and whatnot on about this, so. Bear with me. Let me see if YouTube wants to work or wherever it's from. Let's see where I could get this from. And let's see what happens. All right. There's nothing playing yet. Play now. Oh my Lord. Have you guys heard about this statement that Bully Ray made?
I would have liked.
All right, there we go. Have you guys heard about this, by the way?
No.
Not until yesterday or day before. Go ahead.
So this audio you guys are listening for the first time.
Yes.
All right, let me play the audio.
Have heard just a little bit of accountability from Jon. I understand the whole demons thing, and we always use the word demons as a creative word to get around the real issues, whether it's an alcohol issue, whether it's a drug issue. In Tommy's case, it's an eating issue. Everybody has some kind of demon that they have to get around. So, okay, we have our demons. These demons got the best of Jon for a time period where he had to step away from AEW. I would have liked to have heard him say a bit of an apology to the AEW fans. You don't have to apologize to the boys, even though the boys do count guys and gals could have the same problems that you did. And trust me, I came up in an era where a slew of men and women had their demons. The fans expect a little bit more from you. Like, what about the fans that bought tickets to see AEW and Jon Moxley while Jon was away taking care of his problems? And I'm very happy that he left and took care of his problem. And he looked incredibly healthy last night. He looked great last night. And I loved everything that he said. I just would have loved to have heard a little bit of accountability. And I don't know if I'm sorry is necessarily the right word, but maybe endear yourself a little bit to the crowd if you felt you let them down. And think about this, Dave. This is coming from me, the hard ass of all hard asses. I'm the one, personally, if it was me, same situation, and I'm no better than Jon Moxley, and Jon Moxley ain't no better than me. The first thing I would have said is, guys, I'm sorry if I let you down.
That's that. You guys can listen to the whole sound bite on the Busted Open podcast. I kind of go around the table, start with you. I'm going to let Trey, I'm going to let you kind of gather your thoughts on this and let Jake go first, just to think about what Bully Ray said on his show. And this exploded up on Twitter. A lot of people took offense that Bully Ray said something totally negative, and maybe I get shot down for this. But Jake, I'm going to start off with you. What do you think about this? Well, what was this a bad, thing that Bully Ray commented on?
Honestly, this is like my thought. I mean, and we all have our opinions on this, but to me, I felt like this was something that shouldn't have been really said, because really, you're talking about a man who just came back after getting very well treatment for him and his help that he needed. And I can honestly say, to me, Yup. John shouldn't really apologize, considering the fact that I understand that, thinking about the fans, I get that. Trust me, I do. But at the same time, though, is that don't bring it to the show. Don't bring it. I mean, the moment with Mox this past Wednesday was amazing, and it was. But for Bully to be able to say that is like, really like, you should go out there and apologize for what? For going to take care of himself? I mean, I understand that, you think about the fans. I do. But really, truly, this is something that should not be talked about, especially the moment that he just came back. And what do you want him to do? Go say, I'm sorry? I'm sorry for what? To go and take care of myself, to make sure that I'm still here for my wife, my kids, and every single one of these fans that love me? No, I mean, and the fans understand. Like, why would you go out there and say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, if the fans completely understand? The week after things went down with John, every single person in that crowd had Moxley signs, shirts, and everything because they loved Moxley. And the day that he came back this past Wednesday, they still brought those signs, those T-shirts, and everything just to show that either if you leave, we still miss you, and we've been waiting for you, and they welcome back with open arms. So really, I feel like this is something that should not be talked about. I feel like this is something that is kind of out of context, in my opinion.
Trey.
In my opinion, is John Moxley. He has nothing to apologize for. If anything, he should be thanking, which he did. He thanked the fans for being supportive, and I just think Bully Ray's comments are unnecessary. He has, like I said, he has no reason to apologize to anybody. It's bullcrap.
So do you guys okay, so I don't disagree with you guys.
Hmm.
But at the same time, and I think a lot of people take out of content because you guys people don't listen to the entire statement that Bully Ray made.
Hmm.
But he's not going out there and telling everyone that, or telling John that and telling everyone that John should apologize for not being there. You got to remember where John was at. He was in before he left. He was in a tournament, and but no point during that comment or that statement that Bully Ray said had anything to go against him taking care of himself. He was 1,000% supportive on that idea and said and agreed with him that you needed to take a supportive. Now, maybe did Bully Ray come across a little aggressive? Maybe with the word selection, yes, but I think a
Hmm.
lot of that has to do with how Bully is and how he says things. I don't necessarily think that is what he came out there to state anything, but basically what he's coming out to state to everyone is that if he would have done things his way, which he's entitled to his opinion, right? Everyone's entitled to your opinion, whether you like them or not.
Justin,
Um,
Justin, Justin,
what?
hurry up. Read the chat, please. I'm sorry, after.
All right. Very good. Sorry. um, so regardless of what Bully Ray, like I said, he didn't go out and say, "Hey, that you need to apologize for not being there." He
Hmm.
needed he would have liked him to say, "Hey, listen, it came out of unnoticed, and obviously, I thank you for supporting me, and I would have liked to, for you to." To maybe accept my apologies for the people that because where he was at, he was in a tournament. He was about to be qualified to win for a chance at the AEW championship. And you and I talked about this earlier today. There would be a great chance that he would have been on the, probably would have been the next AEW champion, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, uh, so I think that's where you would apologize at because people did buy tickets, people did buy to see watch him. Yeah, yet again, not everyone. But I think a lot of people are blowing this, took to social media prematurely because one, they didn't listen to the entire statement that he made, and two, he didn't the way that Bully Ray talks and explains things is in a way that maybe people don't take, you know, maybe they take offensive to it. Because Bully Ray
Yep.
has that open mouth. He's blunt about everything. He'll say it how it is, call it how it is. And sometimes when he, how Trey, how Bully Ray talks, sometimes that
Mhm.
can lead to people misunderstanding what he's trying to make.
Well, the one thing I can tell you is that this is this is like the first time I've ever even heard about the situation, and I feel like this is kind of getting really out of hand. I mean, for like both sides. I mean, not really bullies, but just like the way that everyone's kind of reacting to it. I mean, it's like the problem is like people take things like so seriously. And I understand that. But I mean, AEW is making that up after what we saw last night in Rampage, and we're gonna be seeing the Danielson versus Moxley feud. They're gonna try to continue what they
Right.
about started before Full Gear. So I mean, on all honesty, I'm
Right.
okay with that because I mean,
Mhm.
because me and you talked about this last night was kind of like a proven set to see what Moxley was gonna do, and all of that. We also got
Yeah.
to think about tomorrow night. So I mean, there's a lot that we still need to see from Moxley, especially when it comes to the Hammerstein Ballroom. And I feel like this whole situation, he needs to put this on the back burner. It'll probably end up being tied down probably by Monday or at least Tuesday, so to speak. But
I
I
don't
just think this
even,
whole thing
yeah.
is crazy.
I don't even think that Moxley's even one bit worried about this. This is people taking to social media about how, and taking the words that Bully Ray said and found that one moment in what he was saying and used it against him. Like I said, at
Mhm,
no point he said anything negative about John, anything negative about what he did, what John did or what he went through, and
mhm,
all he wanted all he was talking about was accountability. Now, you can tell me that I'm flat wrong in the face, but I don't necessarily. I think people more took it out of content than really understood and listened to what Bully was trying to state. And at the end of the day, when you actually sit down and listen to it, I had to listen to this like 3 times before playing this for you guys. After listening to it a while and after understanding who Bully is and how he speaks about things, then you understand what the point he's trying to make. And what the point is that he's not telling everyone that John's wrong. He's
mhm,
giving him credit. It's just the way that he would have envisioned things. And like I said, for a credible guy like Bully that's on Busted Open, that's doing these venues all left and right, I think people are just taking it far out of proportion. And that's the only reason I brought it up today because, like I said, I've seen this on Twitter, I've seen it on TikTok, I've seen like 5 TikTok videos, people going, off the railings talking about how Bully Ray is effed up, and I really quite see that terrible of a thing that he said during that
mhm.
that statement that he made.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. It's just a situation. It's kind of like really pointless, especially with the way that everyone's kind of reacting to it. But I guess whatever you say, it's all gonna end up getting backfired on you. I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, and Bully Ray, I think, is okay with that. I just, listen, I
Yeah.
just social media, and you've seen broadcasters, you've seen, sportscasters. They something simple as this, where you misunderstood him or misheard what they said, could take you away from an upgoing business like a Busted Open podcast. I don't know. I just, it was something to bring up. I wanted just to address it, just to get out of the hair water. It was wrestling along with what we talk about. So, and plus, Bully Ray I feel like he is a credible guy. He likes to sit there and tell you how it is, and he doesn't really care what happens at the end of the day. So that's just me.
Yeah.
Um, Trey, you all good over there?
I mean, his opinion is his opinion. That doesn't mean that everybody is expecting that of John.
Yeah.
You're
That's
right,
very, very
and
true.
but yet again, though, why? I mean, everyone that I've seen on social media, and maybe you guys ain't seeing the same social media that I'm seeing, but everyone that I'm seeing on social media that are hassling Bully Ray for this comment is taking it to the point where like he kind of ripped, John a new ass in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, after go back and listen to that again and again, and that's nice. That's exactly not what a lot of these people are listening to this busted open podcast for the very first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let me ask
So-
you this though. So, I mean, do you think Bully might end up getting banned off the show for a day or so because of this whole situation?
Maybe, possibly, or they may fill that in and bring that back on. I mean, they mix it around between. I mean, if for anyone who hasn't heard of the show yet, it's Dave LaGreca, who's been doing this for like the last decade. It's Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and Mark Henry, all kind of cycling through this show on Sirius XM. So, yeah, well,
I don't know, but
it's one of those stories. Like if you went on a Facebook and you clicked on the news and you find these stories, like I just saw one every day of the week. There's a news story about who is that? It was like a football player. Oh, this is happening. Check in now. Breaking. Oh, everyone reacts to Jim Hallbar's news, and it's like every day there is a new headline in the like Facebook news section, right? Everyone is reacting to what Jim Hallbar is saying, on Thursday, and I'm like, dude, he hasn't changed a single thing. It's the same article, just different day, and they're trying to blow it up so that people could read it. And I feel like that's kind of like the same thing. Bully Ray's the same way, whether it's on Jon Moxley or if it's on Bryan Danielson or if it's on Roman Reigns.
I can honestly say, I mean, this whole situation is kind of really getting out of hand. And the last thing I want to see is Moxley returning and something's already happening. And it's kind of getting really ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, like I understand Bully has, something to say, but there's no need. There's no need for all this shenanigans going on, especially whenever a man just returned after 3 months.
You're blaming Bully Ray.
No. I'm not blaming
anything. Period.
No. I'm not blaming Bully Ray. I'm blaming
the fans. I'm blaming the people who take it to Twitter, the people who take it to TikTok to overblow the proportion of what he said. There is nothing bad that he said about Jon Moxley. He just gave his opinion, what he would have thought, what he would have liked to see happen.
I mean, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying it's kind of really stupid, just the fact that this kind of all is happening, especially after Moxley just now returned. You get what I mean?
It is. Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. I agree with you. Let me talk to you really quick about this. Jon Moxley, I say, and respectfully doing so because it was his first match back in the square ring, squared circle, to say that matter. So Jon Moxley was a little soft. I don't think maybe he threw his forearms as intense or as powerful as he normally does. And that was because I felt like he was getting his ring ropes, his ring rust off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I'm not worried about that. That was just my thought on his match alone. It was a good match. I just thought there was moments where he was a little soft.
I mean, not only that, but I mean, we talked about this ever since Wednesday. I mean, the man's got a GCW World Heavyweight Championship match tomorrow night against Homicide, and yet, I mean, this is like I told Justin. I think I told Trey a couple of times. This is one of GCW's biggest shows right now at Hammerstein Ballroom. So whatever happens, I mean, Moxley is in good hands with the Homicide, and plus these two know each other very well. He knows the situation going on, so I think we'll end up seeing a whole lot better Moxley, especially in a huge match like this tomorrow night.
I'm excited. Hey Trey, you told me yesterday that you had 2 questions. Can you get to one of the questions?
Yes, I can. Let me bring them up.
Questions. Watch the other one tomorrow. By the way, before Trey asks, Jake, how do you win the upcoming giveaways?
Plain and simple, make sure you guys head over to TNC Sports Talk on TikTok and head over to the latest the pin post that I made on there. Make sure you guys follow us, share the video, and of course leave a comment. 2 winners will be announced next Saturday on the day of the Royal Rumble. And of course, as far as my giveaway that I have, make sure you guys head over to the Fighting Now on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow my friends at RMGFX1. The only thing you gotta do is follow myself and RM, and then go to my post with the hoodie that we're giving away, and comment done. And then whatever that will also be announced come next week.
And one last thing before Trey asks his questions, we have Chris Harris joining us next Thursday in a big week. But before we could get to Chris Harris, not only we have to do a show tomorrow, we have to do a show on Wednesday. Therefore, Jake pulls another rabbit out of his hat and does something pretty amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, we're actually getting ready to have a UFC fighter. She's the Savage, a.k.a. Gillian Robertson, is going to be joining us this coming Wednesday. And then, pretty much, like I told Justin this, and a surprise fashion, after this week, we also get Krista Segalia on February 2nd on that Wednesday, too. So, yeah, we have a huge 2 weeks for this podcast, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
And just like today, as you saw, I think a lot of you guys saw this for the first time, but you can check this out after the show. Head on over to our social media page and see the promotion video I put together for Gillian Robertson.
Which, by the way, I sent it to her during one of my breaks.
There you go. All right, Trey.
So my question is my two questions are actually has to deal with NFL.
Okay.
Ask one of them tonight, and we'll ask the other one tomorrow.
Right. So my first question, I have one for you and one for Jake. The first one will make sense first is, why is there two conferences? Why is there an AFC and why is there an NFC? Why can't it be just NFL? Why can't, why does it have to be split?
I can tell you that answer right off the bat. Major League Baseball, and you know why there's an American League and National League?
I do not.
Because at one point there are different rules for American League Baseball than there are to National League Baseball. Believe it or not, there are different rules made for the NFL AFC, and there's also different rules made for NFC. Now, a lot of the rules are now kind of commingling with each other, but back in the day when they first separated it, they had different rules.
And can you get into the rules? Why is it that way?
That I can't get into until a little bit tomorrow. It takes a little bit more than 3 minutes to explain.
I could ask the other one, but I'll wait till tomorrow.
Go ahead, ask it. Do we have 3 minutes?
Because it involves the same kind of thing. What determines being in them? Like, what determines you to be in the AFC? What determines you to be in the NFC?
I mean, the thing is, though, is that back then, I think we had, what was it, the AFL, and they was pretty much known as the AFC side, and then I think we had pretty much the regular NFL, which was like the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears and the Giants, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Justin, but that's how we ended up having both division, with the AFL being the AFC, and then NFL came up with a solution for the NFC side.
Mm-hmm. It also had to do a lot with ownership and what ownership wanted things to happen. Like when you saw NFC, they had different pay rates. They had different amount of players on the team, this and that. So when they were once separated, ownership had different rules and different beliefs. And if you went against that, then you ended up being in in a different league. We could get together, do our own rules and blah, blah, blah. Then NFL took over, brought them two together.
Exactly.
We would have to get much more into details tomorrow.
Because I'm asking because I asked you yesterday. We talked about it yesterday. New York Jets and the New York Giants playing in the same stadium. Why are they in two different, conferences
States
or whatever? And
Two
there's
different
another
owners.
football team.
Different owners. Different owners.
The
Different
Rams
teams.
and the Chargers, different owners. Yeah, we're gonna have to break that in a lot more tomorrow. We'll have a lot more time. We thank you. I want to give thanks to NWF Star Juice. Hopefully, he had a great time. Hopefully, he's also get a chance to come back on at a later date as well. We'll catch back up a lot more. Recap NFL Divisional Weekend, and much more. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Until tomorrow, on behalf of Trey, Jake, and I, you guys have yourself a wonderful day.
And go
Morning, night,
Bengals.
whatever you want to think about it. Hey.